It's 7-0 Buffalo. That time a 9-play drive. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Jaguars nothing.
On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll move the chains. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Deal. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
First down, Buffalo.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the Jaguars' 19-yard line.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
An 8-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
To number 80.
From 10 yards out, the Bills will add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Brings up third.
Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. To throw again. Deal. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Deal. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 at the 19. His throw caught. right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Allen now on first down. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A final shot before break. Deal. Open man is Trey Burton. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's second.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Jaguars 7.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
Flush to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, here's Fromm. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Marquise Goodwin.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
They'll run here with Moss. And the Bills are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now from to pass on second down. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Fromm. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
On first down, Fromm. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Fromm. That's complete to Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Complete to number 81. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive 7 plays in length. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Minshew. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the third quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Bills 1st down.
They'll run here with Moss. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Moss.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll run with Moss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On the counter, this is Moss. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Minshew, 1st and 10. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Complete.
Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. It'll be Minshew again. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Moss. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef, that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
The score, Bills 31. Jags.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Jaguars' offense now heads back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing on first down is Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35.
Davius White on the coverage.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And the Bills will move the chains.